How's it going, everybody? This Seer here. In this video today, we actually have two promo codes for you guys. It's actually pretty new. One of them you may have issues using, so I'm going to be testing that out right now. So the first promo code is going to be KCJ1SJBB. So this is a bunch of random things, and apparently this was on the socials for the Marvel Strike Force over the weekend. And some people it works, some it doesn't. So let's go ahead and see if this one works for us. This was invalid. Let me make sure I got this right on here. KCJ1SJBB. Yeah, that's the code that I'm actually showing on here. And this one is not working for me. Let me try to copy paste. Oh, there it is. So yeah, this one did end up working for me. I'll go ahead and put the code in the description and the comments. This is kind of a weirder code for sure, but it looks like it gets you 8,000. So this is going to be 4 gold orbs and 100 L3. The other code that we have is pretty new as well. This one is going to be Fantastic 7K. Fantastic 7K. Redeem. And I have to wait on this one, so let's go ahead, try again. Yes, this one here, this one should work. This one's going to get us 150 power cores and 20,000 intel. Let's try again. It's invalid. Oh, I had a typo in there. Go figure. I'm not smart. Anyways, but yeah, there's the two promo codes that we have for you guys. Now, something else I do want to go over in this video, let me go ahead and stop the music for you guys, is with this video right here. This was the spoiler portion of the talk between RJ and Pathfinder, and I was trying to figure out who the characters are going to end up being in this. So if you guys are aware, I like doing these type of videos where I kind of go over some theory crafting, some speculation as far as who's going to be coming to the game, and I think I have some pretty interesting ideas which we're going to be going over. So let's go ahead and listen to this part right here.
What's something that you promised you wouldn't spoil today, but we all know you're going to because you're the boss and you can do whatever you want? So, got any spoilers for us today?
Danger Room, though, that would have been a good one. So I actually have to go back and think of like what was my high score. I would say my favorite mod though would be Barrel of Monkeys. Like that one was awesome. So I again applaud the team on kind of all of the Easter eggs that they've put in it so far. I can't wait to see what we do with that mode in the future. I don't know. The next legendary is Blastar. I don't know if that's a spoiler.
Which for Blastar, we do have some information on Blastar as well. It looks like the data mines are coming in for him, and it looks like he's going to be a bio character. While this is playing, I'll try to go ahead and find that so I can kind of show you guys that information. Also, it looks like we have the kit icons for Annihilus that I'll kind of show you guys as well. So let me go ahead and hit play on this.
That is indeed a spoiler.
We have a whole bunch of Spider-Man villains coming into the game. I know there's a player or someone who's constantly on YouTube and Instagram demanding Sandman. I'm going to just state right now it's not Sandman, so sorry, apologies. We don't know how to get that character into the game just because of the complexity around that character.
So for the Sandman, I think they actually have some of the tech for that one, because if we look at Apocalypse, when he does that ultimate move, there's a huge dust storm that kicks up, he makes himself giant and everything, he does this swipe. They can easily translate that animation over to Sandman, so I do think that is something they could end up doing for that one.
We would love to see him in the game, but I would say there's some really cool Spider-Man villains that have yet to hit the game, and so those will also be coming out sometime in the near future. One of them, I think, is one of the most iconic kind of Marvel covers, in my opinion, and so
So that one there, that's going to be one character that they could end up putting in, and I actually tried looking at what these iconic images could end up being. Now, when I kind of did a Google search on here, this is one that came up. So Amazing Fantasy 15 is basically the first issue with Spider-Man. So I tried looking. The villain on this one is actually the burglar. I think it's the person that ended up killing Ben, Uncle Ben and everything. This one here, Amazing Spider-Man 50. This one here is where Spider-Man kind of quits being his hero role and everything. Kingpin was involved in that one. This one here, Amazing Spider-Man 33. This one here was Doc Ock, another iconic image. We have the first appearance of the black suit of Venom. So this is pretty iconic. We already have Venom in the game. We have a symbiote Spider-Man in the game. This one here is definitely something. So I actually have this one in the red cover. This is definitely a possibility to where it's the Jackal that could be coming to the game. Now the Jackal is, oh, that little spoiler right there. The Jackal is this character right here. I tried looking at what teams he was on and everything, and he's not really affiliated with any teams. A lot of these speculation things that I have, I don't really see a team with them, but the Jackal is a super villain and everything. I think he'd end up being a bio character if he ends up coming. So I think that is definitely one possibility that we could end up having for a character. This one here is another iconic one. It has Green Goblin on the cover of it. This one here, the Marvels #4. Pretty good image as far as that goes for a cover. We have Venom versus Spider-Man image on here. But yeah, here's the image for Miles Warren and everything, who ends up becoming the Jackal. So I do think Jackal is a possibility for a character that's coming to the game. But the next one right here,
I can't wait till that character gets into the game. And there's one that's really complex in terms of like, wait, why is this guy a Spider-Man? Is he not a Spider-Man? He's a villain. So yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff that I think the character.
that one right there, I don't think it's a shocker to anybody to where that is probably end up Superior Spider-Man, right? Doc Ock takes control, basically does like a brain swap type of thing with Peter Parker. So Doc Ock gets to kind of live the life of Spider-Man, kind of realizing Spider-Man was holding back every time they fought because he basically broke a guy's jaw easily and could have killed him with one punch. So I think this would be a really cool one, and it's a tech character if that ends up coming to the game. Now, this one right here, I tried looking at other iconic images. I think this could be interesting. This is a pretty iconic cover for me, at least, to where it's the Fantastic Four tie-in, right? Spider-Man and Chameleon strike. So I think Chameleon, Superior Spider-Man would be my two guesses. And then if they use the other iconic, it would probably end up being like the Jackal. But I'm leaning towards this one. I think it's going to be Chameleon as one of them. And I think it's Superior Spider-Man as the other, which would be two tech characters, which is one of the points of this video. So let's go ahead, jump in game over here. So in game, these are the Spider-Verse villains that's currently in the game. So if we start kind of looking through these characters, who could be the reworks for these, right? So we have Rhino over here. He got a little facelift. He's a bio character. When the Superior 6 team came along, he got a little bit of a buff as far as that goes. Electro, she's been left in the dust. She was a Sinister 6 character when she came to the game. Spider-Verse, she hasn't really been touched. She's a bio character, though. I want to look at the tech characters because my thought process behind this is if we look at the squads that came to the game, we have Hellfire Club that's coming. That should be mutants. We have the Fantastic Four team. That's bio characters. We had the Cabal. No, we had the Accursed team, which were Mystic. We had a Bio Ray team. We had a full skill team with the Mystic character in here. That's basically all the traits except for tech. We have not had really any tech characters come to the game in a very long time outside of like the Starjammers where it's Rocket and Howard the Duck, right? These guys were basically skill. There were some bio, there were some tech, some interesting mixes, but we haven't had tech. So my thought process is with the new raids that they said are coming to the game, they said teams, plural, meaning multiple teams. Chaotic Storm has been out, I believe, since April or something like that. So it is possible they could kind of get like another level on that, then start recycling some of those older teams, which would be a mutant team, a tech team, and a mystic team. So I think personally Hellfire Club's going to be a mutant raid team, and I think the new Spider-Verse team is going to be a tech based team, probably raids as well. So who would end up being the reworks? We would end up having on there Superior Spider-Man, Chameleon would be my 2 guesses for the new. Unsure of who the third one would end up being on that. I'm hoping the Prowler, he'd be really cool as far as that goes, as far as like a villain that would come to the game, and I know a lot of people want him to come to the game. But yeah, Mysterio, Vulture, there's no chance they would ever rework these characters. They had such a massive facelift when they got the Superior 6 treatment on there that they really ramped up these guys. I don't see them reworking these 2. So it leaves these 4 characters: Spider, Slayer, Doc Ock, Green Goblin Classic, and Shocker. My money would be on Shocker. He hasn't been touched in a very long time. He has a pretty interesting kit to where he's able to boost the armor and damage of Sinister Six based on heroes. Nice damage passive on here. He has a turn meter rewind. He has offense up, ability energy. It fits the whole raid aspect, right? I do think Shocker would be a very interesting one. And my money would be on Green Goblin Classic. Giving him a rework would be pretty massive, obviously. They haven't really reworked any of the legendaries that's the newer based on like the Mephisto trials and everything like that. But I do see him giving a really good shot at getting that rework, especially if they're going to go with like a Spider-Verse villain team. And the cool thing, if they end up doing this, is usually whenever we get the reworks or like the new raid teams, we've had Web Warriors, we've had Hive Mind. I think this would be a really cool take on it. And with the whole mutant aspect of it, usually we get the X-Men characters like Astonishing X-Men, Extreme X-Men, doing the twist of doing like a villain team of like Hellfire Club. I think that would be a really cool take on getting a different raid style team in the game. But yeah, that's kind of what I want to go over with you guys. Just kind of show you the 2 promo codes that we have. That's the beginning of the video. I'll be sure to put those in the comments. My speculation on the next team, and this basically means hoard your tech G20 pieces and G19 pieces. Start stocking up on those tech pieces, because I'm already doing that. If we kind of take a look as far as what I currently have on here for tech, I need to start kind of stockpiling even more. I have 109 and 130. I'd like to get up to about 225. That allows me to kind of get to where I can do 3 characters at G20 when the new teams come out. So I am trying to buy as much G20 as I can in the store, which let's go ahead and jump into the Intel store real quick. Yeah, there's tech right here. I'm buying that bad boy. But yeah, there is that. Now let me go ahead and jump over back into the browser real quick. So shout out to Boylon for this data mine. G20 Blastar red bio. So it does look like bio, and Crimson Infinite Energy for Blastar as well. And I did say that we had some kits icons that kind of got data mined. Let me go ahead and pull those up. This one is from Quick Draw. Where are you at? Actually, it's on my Discord because I have my link set to get data mines from him. All right, so let's go ahead, jump this over here, doing this on the fly with you guys. And let's go ahead. There we go. All right, so this one came from Quick Draw. So yeah, we have a special icon for Annihilus. We have a basic icon for Annihilus right here. Blastar in files. Werewolf by Night had their G20 value change from 1 to nothing. It could be a cleanup, or it could be meaning that he's coming. I don't think it's close to October personally. That's a few months away, and I would assume that would be like a Halloween-based type of thing. Strike Pass is going to be a curse, Mr. Fantastic. Here's the ultimate icon on here, and we're able to see a little image right here of Annihilus as well. Pretty cool. And the passive icon. So shout out to Boylon and Quick Draw for those 2 things. Very, very cool. But let me know what you guys think about my speculation for Spider-Verse villain. I think he'd tech raid as far as that goes, and then we have Hellfire Club, probably mutant raid. Get the new raids in the game, since they kind of mentioned something about that, and that would kind of fit the whole Annihilus thing, kind of shifting away from the Chaotic Storm. But hopefully you guys enjoy this kind of a random all over the place video for you guys. If you did, please remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, have one for the rest of the day.